Hi everyone, you're welcome to Social Pills channel once again, the right place to get just the right dose for your social challenges. I remain your chief host, Great Wonder. The topic that we are considering today is you against life. Life is a very big opponent to every one of the individuals that lives on earth today. Yes, we all have our goals, our aims, our aspirations, and it is good for us to see and to know that life doesn't just throw these things at us at the snipe of our fingers. Our thoughts, our speeches, our actions are geared around achieving our aspirations in life. But life is a place where so many things are playing at the same time. And you can imagine when you want to compare yourself as an individual to the entirety of life, you discover that when you need rain, some other persons are praying for sun. See, when you need the cold weather, some other person is praying for heat. See, when you want to go up, some other person is looking forward to moving down. That is just exactly what is happening in life. And that means that what you want will not just come at your beck and call. That is why that understanding is there for everyone to grab. That the life that we are living is a battle against life. It is you versus the world. It is you versus life. There is nothing that you want to achieve that life is willing to throw to you at your beck and call or at the snipe of your fingers. We have lots of work to do because life has its own plan for us, and that is to bring us into so many experiences. These experiences, in as much as most of them or some of them that happen to us, we never wanted to have them, it is a fact that we cannot avoid it. It is something that we really need to come to terms with, something that we need to live with if we must push through life with less stress. Don't even think of fighting against some of these things. That is the reason why most people get older than their age. Yes, that is the reason why certain people cannot find any space to be happy under the sun. What do I mean? Let me give this example. You are a student, you really want to pass your exams, but hey, life have another experience for you. And that is the fact that even though you really studied hard, even though you really have a good knowledge of the subject matter, one person marking the script out there was drunk and his eyes were blurred and he couldn't see clearly, and then the result came out to be that you failed. You see, that pain that followed this experience is something that life really wants you to experience. You may not desire it, but you can't change it. But that lady, all you desire is that tall, dark, handsome man. But hell no. Every single guy that have stopped you, even down in your late 20s, are tall, fair guys, short guys. They are all short guys. You desire the rich guys, but they are not coming. Same thing goes with the guys. You desire a tall, fair lady, but all the ladies that are willing to be with you are dark, short ladies. That is just life's way of bringing you into an experience. Now, how you choose to accept that experience determines how happy you will push through life. Do you know that most of the social issues that we have is as a result of us trying to force life into going the way that we actually desire? But there is little that we can do to alter the tenets of life. You know, the system is something that is there before we were born. So it will be totally absurd for one singular man to think that everything that he desires or wants in life will be brought to him at the snipe of his finger. That is an impossible thing to imagine. So what is it when I say you against life? Just know that as you have some desires, as you have your aspirations, your goals and your objectives, your aims, not all of them will eventually play out the way we want it. Now, sometimes you may achieve all of these things, but the time that you actually want them may not be the time that they will manifest. If you know this, you will have less stress in worrying over some of the things that did not go the way we want. It is you against life. It was first you against your family members. It later became you against your playmates, you against your peer pressures, you against the society or community where you find yourself. And then growing into an adult, it is you against life in general. In this world where so many things are playing at the same time, do you really think achieving anything will just come at your beck and call? How are you preparing your mind to react to those things that will not come our way? See, there was a time it was just you and your mom as little children. There were times that we actually were with our mom, and all the time it is the smile of our mom that we see. And even at that time, you discover that on several occasions you desire to see mom, but she might be at the market. You may desire to see mom, but she will need to attend to the burning pot on the fire. See, these little things, if we can understand it deeply, teach us a great lot about things that play in the wider society. Just look at it. The little child is there. All the child desire is the smile of the mom. But hey, mom will have to leave you on the bed to rush and go get water from the tap. And that gap makes the child to cry. That is exactly what is happening to you right now. See, life have so many things playing in it part time. And it will be good for us not to expect everything that we want from life to get it. Because if you do, it will mean that you have positioned your mind to force life into getting everything that you want. This has pushed so many people into certain things that they never wished for themselves growing up as children. There are certain people who need money, but hey, that money is not forthcoming. The next minute, you hear that a lady has gone into prostitution. The next minute, you hear that a guy is involved in theft. The next minute, you hear that certain people have been involved in ritual. All these things happens because we don't have that understanding that life is wider and broader, dealing with so many issues at a time, that we are, even though significant, but not very, very significant to the point that everything will come at our beck and call. It is you against life, it is me against life. What is that issue that you are going through? There is a way you really wanted it to go, and it is not going that way. That is because you have a big opponent that is facing you. And it is good to understand that this opponent is far, far bigger and stronger than you. So when you are facing such an opponent, what do? You just have to submit and understand that life is not at your mercy. Rather, we are at the mercy of life. Yes, we can change certain things in certain ways, but we will need to watch it so that we don't alter the time that some of these things are to manifest. So there is a time and a period of waiting. In this period of waiting, we have to get this understanding that life is bigger than us. And there are so many things playing in life that we would not just expect everything that we so desire to manifest as at the time we want them. This is my take. It is the word of you against life, me against life. You see a brother and a sister from the same womb having different aspirations. At the time, the dad has so amount of money, while the girl child in the house is looking at this side of her life to be met financially. The boy child in the house is also looking at this side of his life to be met financially. And those conflicting interests is just a small example compared to what is happening in the wider world. I am encouraging us that we are not failures because some of the desires we really wanted are not coming at this minute, but that we should understand life, that so many things are playing part time. And even though we will eventually come to get some of these things that we aspire or desire, there is a time frame that we should give for us to actually come into the realities of this mark that we have set for ourselves. If you are watching this video for the first time, I would like you to hit the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. And for those of us that are returning, I want to welcome you once again. Like my videos, share them on your social handles, and see how you can bless a life that is going through a social challenge that needs our encouragement. I remain your chief host, Great Wonder. Once again, Thanks for coming. Bye.